Good morning, lovely ladies, and welcome to day 6 of the Virtuous Woman Challenge. Thank you for those of you that are still here with me on day 6. I know we might have lost a lot of people throughout the challenge because it's hard to stay consistent with something, especially when I find if you're not like getting paid for it or you don't have a direct reward, it's very hard for you to stick with something. But if you are on a true path to self-improvement, you know that you got to see that thing through to the end. So thank you for those of you that are still here with me on day 6. Day 6 is the halfway mark throughout the challenge, so we are halfway there. I hope that you've enjoyed yourself. I hope that you have already read your Virtuous Woman Creed. If you haven't, that's okay. Take some time to read it after you watch this video. Today's meditation is on motherhood. Oh, what I call one of my greatest rewards in life. It was becoming a mother. The hard work principle states, tend to hard work with diligence and energy. Now, you know if you're a mom, and even if you're not a mom, it's a lot of work to raise children. But it says in Proverbs 31:28, her children rise up and bless her, her husband also, and he praises her. So it takes a lot. It takes a strong woman, a resilient woman, a dedicated woman, a creative woman, an energetic woman to be able to receive praise and blessings for being a mother, because I know that every mother out there has been stressed out at some point in her life, either trying to make ends meet or just not knowing what to do, or knowing what to do and your child not respond the way that you want them to. But it says in the scripture that her children will rise up and bless her. And this is the King James version of that scripture. I know there are different other versions that read that scripture a little bit differently. But to rise up means that they will grow up and mature and know that you were the first woman in their lives that showed them integrity, that showed them diligence, that showed them commitment, that showed them the results of hard work, that showed them everything there is to know about being an amazing woman. So that's how I have to view motherhood, is I am a living example of what my daughter could potentially grow up to be. And whatever she doesn't see in me, those are qualities that she might not otherwise obtain. I'm not going to say I'm the only positive woman in her life. There are definitely a lot of other female influences that she will have in life. But as a mother, you're your child's most consistent image of what womanhood is. You ideally should be the example of what your child is supposed to become. And that's not just for daughters, but that's also for sons. When they begin to date, they'll start to look for the qualities of a good woman based off of what they saw their mother doing. Or they might try to model or emulate the relationship that you have with your significant other. I know if you are living in a single family household, you might not always have a perfect example of what a solid relationship looks like, but you can still see in a woman, this is how my mother carries herself, this is how she speaks, this is how she dresses. And all those little things, your children, trust me, are watching you. And if you've ever watched your children play and you see how they say, this is what mommy does, they're already practicing to become just like you. So really today, your focus is on really giving your children the time and attention that they deserve, because motherhood, like I said, requires quite a bit of diligence and energy. So you really have to give your children that attention, have those conversations with them, let them know you might see me doing this or you might see me doing that. This is appropriate, this is not appropriate. Just talk with them, spend face-to-face time. My bishop always says children spell LOVETIME. If you do not give your children time, they will not feel the love. I know a lot of parents, like I said, who in this journal entry today, who buy their kids toys and then just have so much, and the kids never have that one-on-one connection with a human. They're just always told to go in front of their TV, go and play with your toys, go to your own room, go to your own space, get out my face, I don't have time for you. Then why did you become a mother if you don't have time for your kids? Like we said before, time is your most valuable asset, and giving that quality time to your children lets them know that they are important and you truly value them as a part of your life. And as they get older, you're going to have to spend more and more time with them. And I know you're like, what? You know, even the little kids, they require so much time. But as they get older, trust me, you have to spend more time with your children. And don't be what I call a preachy parent. Don't be a preachy parent. You know, when your kids get to like their teenager phase, they're going to start rebelling against you. They're going to want their privacy. Be there and be actively present. And that means that you are listening to what they have to say, but also respecting the fact that they are coming into their own. They do require a little bit more privacy. So give them the time that they need to get what they need to get accomplished, and just be present and know that if they need something, let them know that you are available, and they'll come to you if they need to. But really be active and be present in your child's life. Today's challenge requires you to go out and get a bucket. And each opportunity that you have to spend with your child, I want you to drop a little small object into that bucket. And at the end of the week, I would hope that your bucket is full, because that means that you have spent an amazing amount of quality time with your children for the week. If at the end of the week your bucket is empty, that means that you need to give your children a little bit more attention and quality time. There are so many other things that are pulling at your attention. I know, virtuous woman, you have so much going on. You have your husband that needs your attention, your business, your job, your family, your friends, but your children are just as important. Please do not let them think that your work is more important than they are. That is a feeling that they will carry for them for the rest of their lives. Think about that. You are influencing a life. I wish you much success. If you are not a mother, still begin to think about the qualities that you exhibit in public, because your children are going to grow up one day and ask you, well, what did you do when you were in college? What did you do when you were in this situation? So be careful and mindful of your choices, even if you are not a mother, because later on, if you decide to have children or you decide to have a family, those are topics of discussion that are going to come up. So be wise in your decision making and be wise in the way that you live your life, because you are going to have to help guide somebody's life at some point, even if it's through, being an auntie or a big cousin or a mentor. Somebody is going to look up to you because you are so amazing. They're going to want to have a little piece of what you've got, and you're going to have to share some advice with them. So be wise, speak intelligently, and spend quality time with the people that you love, especially you mothers. Children are such a blessing. Go ahead and enjoy your blessing this week. I'll see you tomorrow for day 7 of the Virtuous Woman Challenge. Many blessings from my house to yours.